Hey guys, it's Running Kimono. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to move your stockpile. If you have a smaller stockpile, this video probably won't have a lot of great information for you because you could just probably throw everything in one medium size moving box. But if you have a bigger stockpile, this might be a video for you. If you ever have to move a stockpile, it is a lot of work. So a little backstory on me. About a year ago, my husband and I bought a home and we had to move I'm going to say a pretty medium-sized stockpile. It wasn't really big. I don't really think this is a lot of paper products, but it was like a medium-ish, stockpile. And we had to move it, but prior to that, we had moved it one more time, but I didn't have very much that time. It was a very small stockpile. So anyhow, I'm just going to explain some tips and tricks and how to get a handle on this. The first thing that I recommend is if you don't want to move your stockpile, have a yard sale, put some stuff on Facebook, donate it all to a church, do whatever you want to get rid of it right away. If you offer bargain basement prices, your stuff is going to move very quickly. So that is option one if you do not want to move it. If you want to move your stuff, go to one of the moving stores or like construction stores, such as Lowe's, Home Depot. You know what I'm talking about. What is it, a home improvement store? I don't really ever go there. So go to one of those stores and invest a couple $100s in really good boxes. And just in case you're going to take your time, with work and family life, if you don't have time to unpack everything, if you're going to keep it like that for a little while, make sure that you have a cool place, that you have like a dehumidifier, a place that's safe to keep your stockpile stuff, that condensation and moisture will not get into it. And invest in some boxes, and also don't commit to give your boxes to somebody else. That's a problem that I ran into once where a friend helped us move, and then immediately, like the day he was unloading the car, he wanted all the boxes. And I said, yeah, got to give us some time. And then I had to unpack everything in like 3 days because he needed all the boxes to help somebody at his church move. And that was just kind of like, I should have just given him $100 to go buy boxes. But it's just one of those things that just be really smart about your boxes. And also, if you unpack and get everything organized like in 1 week or less, what I would recommend too, if you want to make a profit on those boxes, U-Haul often buys the boxes back, or you could throw them up on Craigslist and probably get 50% of what you paid for. So just a couple thoughts. So here's just a couple photos of my apartment. Back in the day, my husband and I shared a 3-bedroom apartment, and one of the bedrooms was my stockpile office room, and I just had everything floor to ceiling. And how I had a lot of my stuff stored back in the day was I would keep everything in Sterilite containers, just so if I ever had to like move this stuff, you just throw it in the back of a truck and you're done. This is probably not the best way to store stuff, keeping stuff in boxes like this, but it's just a way that, with a weird shape like those lotion tops, just to keep them without breaking, because if you put them in a box, they might move around and get broken. So just be really careful. I'm going to show you guys a couple examples here in a second of how to properly box things. And I put everything in small boxes because if you fill this, right to the top, it's very heavy. So with the smaller boxes, you could throw a lot in, and it's very manageable if you're not terribly strong. I'm not terribly strong to move stuff around, and nothing spills or anything like that. You just make sure that everything's packed in there pretty tightly. And here's just some body wash that I had packed up. And believe it or not, I have either given or used a lot of this stuff in the last year, and I have recycled to get even more. And one thing that I would absolutely recommend that you keep a whole bunch of are these like Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes. I know that that's something that people always want. They'll buy it from you, or you can donate them really quick to like a pet shelter, or anyone always wants these. But when you're moving into a new home or a new rental, if you're anything like me, you're going to want to clean it from floor to ceiling. So this stuff is priceless, as it's a really quick way to just wash stuff down really, quickly and swiftly. Another thing is I would find medium-sized boxes with lighter stuff like Kleenex boxes, or little, like I have quite a huge collection of Hello Kitty stuffy, so I would just throw them all together and try to keep as much stuff together so I wouldn't be like, hey, where's my Gene Simmons Hello Kitty? And then I would like have to tear through 100 boxes. Just write on the boxes what it is, and just be smart that way. And here's just another example. I put a whole bunch of pads and candle warmers together. What a juxtaposition that is. Another suggestion I'll share with you guys is to be really patient when you're doing this. It's going to take multiple trips depending how big your stockpile is. For my stuff, the paper products took an entire day, and then I think the rest of the stuff was like 1 or 2 van trips. My husband was not very happy towards the end. He's like, we have too much stuff. But once everything was unloaded, he didn't say much more, which was really nice. But yeah, you just have to be patient with it and just realize that, you know, you're saving money and you bought these products when they were rock bottom cheap, and you're bringing them with you for a reason, so you don't have to go and spend, you know, $15.99 on some toilet paper or lotion or whatever you might need, contact lens solution, that might be $10. One last thing I'll suggest that if you are in a rental is to walk around your house the day that you're leaving. Often you have to clean the apartment before you leave. Take a whole bunch of photos. It's just a really smart thing to do. We were in a rental and the landlord had actually sold the building, and there were people in and out of the building after we had like vacated, and they were worried about how things were dirty on the floor, and I had taken photos of everything. Here's a photo that I had taken of some cabinetry. Like, I really clean it perfectly, and it's just really good to show your landlord, to say, hey, I have the photos and this is documented and time-stamped in my phone, so they really can't go back to you and say, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and then you'll get your deposit back too. That's another thing. And here's a final photo, guys, of just some of my paper products. And I'm going to say this is a medium-sized stockpile. A lot of you might think I'm out of my mind. My husband was like, holy moly, that was a lot. But we have used all of it since we've moved. And that paper towel, when we moved in, we probably used half of it. We were doing that much cleaning. So that's it for now, guys. I hope this video was helpful. And if you're moving, good luck. Probably pick a cooler day also to do your move if you're going to do it by yourself. If you're going to hire movers, well, that's a completely different story. But it's also a great opportunity to take a really good inventory of your stockpile, what you have, what you don't have, what you might want to sell, donate, and how you will tackle it. I think the smaller boxes is probably the greatest piece of advice I could give for heavier stuff. So that's it for now, guys. I'll see you later.